I went to an exposition about Willem van Oranje, William of Orange, who is perhaps the most important figure in the history of the Netherlands. There's a lot to tell about his life. I won't go into all details in this video, but let me give you some facts about his life and then we will take a look at some items from the exposition that took place in the National Military Museum. Willem was born April 24th of 1533. He was raised Lutheran at his home place of Castle Dillenburg in Germany until the age of 11. At that age he became the prince of the sovereign area of Orange, which was between France and the Holy Roman Empire. He inherited a lot of rights and properties from the Netherlands in that year. But for this the ruling emperor, Karel V, demanded that he would be raised Catholic, which took place in Brussels. There he would be raised as diplomat and learn numerous languages such as Latin, French, Spanish, Italian and Dutch. His own language was German. Willem received many different titles and also member of an exclusive group of knights. Throughout the years, Willem was able to increase his influence in the politics both internationally as in the Netherlands. Willem also served with high ranking in the army of Karel V. But the Spanish were increasingly oppressing the people that followed the Protestant movement. This was the reason for Willem to get into opposition in the 1516s. Philips II, who followed up the rule of Karel V, only struck back harder at the Netherlands. In 1568, the war began between the Dutch and the Spanish, what we now know as the 80-Year War. Freedom of religion for the Dutch became one of the most important themes to fight for Willem in his life. He remained Catholic until 1573, when he converted back to Protestantism. Willem had to flee from the Spanish, his son was kidnapped to Spain, he would never see him again. His first wife died at an early age, and Willem was married 3 more times. Willem lost his brothers during the war against Spain. They were also leading troops and supporting Willem with his cause. He has fought many battles to liberate the Netherlands. Willem convinced a lot of different parties and cities to join his fight, but this took a lot of time. In 1576, Willem managed to organize 17 Dutch areas to agree with that the Spanish have to leave their territories. This is called the Pacification of Ghent. It didn't hold very long because the people weren't ready to respect each other's religion, Catholic versus Protestant. But eventually new unions were established. The one that we now know as Belgium and the other that we now know as the Netherlands. In 1580, when there was still conflict between Northern Netherlands and Spanish rule, Willem was declared outlawed, which made his position very difficult. There were different attempts to end his life, which failed. One killed his third wife, but eventually someone succeeded to shoot him in 1584 in Delft. 3 shots were fired and he was killed instantly. In better times, Willem was living very large, with tens of helps and servants taking care of everything. Here you see one of the few things that are left from his life. A cutting knife that was used at the dinner table. This part of the expo was all about the rich and knightly life, including the battles on the horse to practice for real wars. These images show some of the castles that were the residence of Willem and other people of that time. This is a portrait of Willem's first wife. These are images of some of the letters he wrote to his wife and father, which were very passionate and loving. This image is that of Karel V, who Willem was quite close to. This map shows the locations of the battles that Willem was involved with. The lines in this image show you the travels that Willem has done. This is a rod that apparently Willem gave to someone during a special ceremony. These are the actual 17 signatures on the Agreement of Ghent, which was an important turning point in the attitude against the Spanish. Also check out Willem's small dog. The story is that he once saved Willem's life by warning him for an attack. This black and white animation takes you through some of the battles and strategies that Willem and his brothers tried to defeat the Spanish. This last image depicts the murder on Willem, where his story ended very suddenly, but Willem is never forgotten and considered the father of the Netherlands.